whole thing about 50s customs is the style, the flow of it, the silhouette. It's really an artistic thing. What most people are trying to do with these cars is make them look better than stock. Everybody has their opinion, and that's why no two cars are alike. I think the whole lead sled custom car scene pushed the fabricator in crazy directions. You know, I take a lot of inspiration from all the stuff that was going on in the 40s and 50s. I've done quite a few 50s customs. I love the amount of modifications that go into these lead sleds. Studying them has really been the impetus behind my metal forming. It's like seeing a car that's been fully chopped up and reassembled. That's pretty cool. We're over here at my friend Bill's. He says he's got a project car, 55 Olds. He said it ran down a hill and got damaged somehow. Bill said that he wants to put the car together, make it sellable. I guess he's having trouble moving it and he doesn't want to scrap it.
My son actually bought this car and was going to do something with it, and of course never did. And it sat around here and sat around, and then tried to sell it and couldn't get anything for it. And then I said, let's get Ian involved. He's got good ideas, see what he says.
As I understand, Bill's son abandoned the car on the side of the barn. Apparently there was no wheel chocks put on the thing. During a rainstorm, I guess the thing loosened up and cruised down the hill on its own. The car itself looked pretty darn straight. Unfortunately, the tree really did the bumper some damage.
Hey Ian, how are you?
I was doing good until I saw this pile.
You don't think you can salvage my mistake?
I wish you would have called me a couple months ago before it hit this tree. It doesn't look all that bad. It does have some cool parts intact.
Yeah.
And you have the front glass, you said? It's just out?
We do. Yeah,
That's a big plus. As long as it has the factory curved glass, that's a good thing. It's just too bad that front bumper got hit. We're gonna have to find another one, and that's gonna prove to be a challenge.
Well, I've seen your magic before.
Yeah, you know I can cut them up. So it's the typical story of somebody's project dream car that just got in over their head.
Yes, it is. And you're gonna save it.
That's what I do, sir. I'm here to save the day. See the difference here? These are the same car, it's just this thing looks radical. It's just chopped 4 inches, and then I put airbags under it. After I checked these two out side by side, I knew what I was gonna do, so it's time to just clean this up and get it in the shop. First step is always cleaning out the junk. You got a lot of wildlife in this car we gotta get rid of. I've seen a lot worse. This one's okay. Some dry timber in this vehicle. I don't think this is adequate. Do we have any bigger guns?
Today, when I walked in on Ian, of course, he gets a lot done quickly. He was already starting to cut the window out, and then that was going to be his template of where the roof sat. What he gets accomplished so rapidly is what's incredible. Cut that window out in, I would guess, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then he's moving right on to the next thing.
Look like 3 inches? I call that a 3-inch chop top. See how it followed this line straight down and it sunk in? I'm not even gonna have to cut into the doors. It's awesome. What I'm gonna do now is brace up the car because I love the way this works. We're gonna commit to a 3-inch chop in these pillars, and then I'm gonna figure out the rear window next. It's gonna be awesome.
I really like it after I see the glass in there, and I think the 3-inch chop is the right thing. I'm gonna go with it.
This is always a hassle. Big part in chopping the top is supporting the body. It's got to be real strong when you remove the roof. Bill had some rebar laying around, and I'm just using that. What I'm gonna do first is get this rear glass out of the way. It's fragile, I don't wanna mess it up. But what I wanna do is leave it in its little seal with the chrome trim, that way this shape surrounding it doesn't distort. I'm committed to the shape of the glass. I can make the metal any shape I want, but the glass is what it is, so you really have, to make it look good, you have to commit to the lines that the glass offers. Seeing that I'm changing all the proportions of the roof, I still have to try to pull it off with this glass. I know I'm definitely chopping the A pillar 3 inches. I cut the B pillar all the way off. If I do use it, it's gonna get repositioned. Either way, it's gotta be out of the way so I can get the A and C pillars fit up right. I got everything cut out. It looks like it's ready to come off. It might still be attached, we just gotta check. Might have 1 or 2 little places. Oh, maybe not.
I left for a period of time, and I came back, and the roof is off the car, and it's like, oh my gosh, we're in trouble now. You have to understand when you walk in and you see a car that was whole, and all of a sudden the windshield's cut off and the top's cut off, you go, wow, what are we gonna end up with here? Is this, you know, I've junked cars before. That was not what I wanted to do with this. I'm anxious to see how he leans this window.
I'm anxious also.
There's two anxious people.
I'm not sure what's gonna happen there. Get that special thing, you can't plan it. You just gotta keep trucking through and hope that it comes around. You know, this wouldn't make a half bad windshield. Maybe I'll just turn this thing around. That's my process. I don't know where I'm going. I'm committed to the front window at this point. I know I want the back glass. I'm just winging it. This is a really critical part. I solved the windshield issue. The back window is kind of tough also. The issue is that the trunk hinge structure, it's all welded together with the back window frame. And I really want to keep the springs and everything in the stock location that hold up the trunk lid. But that seems to be becoming increasingly difficult. You'll see, I got a plan. All we have to do is take the entire car apart to chop the top. It's gonna be great. The way that I'm going through this, I've made some pretty crazy choices. I've removed a lot of metal. It's only because I want to come up with a really nice line. I don't want point A to meet point B. I want point A to meet point Z. I'll fill in the rest. The coolest thing about this is that the trunk hinges are unmodified. Before, when I did it, the glass was down inside here. But now all the springs will go back. I can just weld the supports back in place. We're in deep now.
A buddy of mine found a 55 Chevy that he really wanted real bad, and so I helped him get it. We went and picked it up and everything, and I noticed this car. So I made a deal with him on the car, and I just picked up that one too.
Right on. I think that'll work. Cool.
It was just a little too far gone, a little too much rust, so we decided to sell some of the parts, recoup my money back. And
this looks usable. Shoot, I almost wonder if we're starting on the wrong car. This one's in good shape. Oh wait, the floors are done. Yeah, this car would be good, but look, it's got secrets. Junk. We searched around. It was pretty hard to find a two-door donor car because they're so valuable. We were able to locate it. We got out here and found exactly what we needed. We had all the parts we need. We were able to cut off the back side of the door pillar and get the two doors, and also scored a new bumper. We got what we needed. That's the good thing. Back to the cave. Oh, the sunlight's too much. Got the doors back to the shop. Today's the day I gotta make it happen. 4-door to 2-door conversion, it ain't easy, but I gotta do it like right now. I just gotta prove to Bill that this is gonna work. Fortunately, I got the door jamb from the parts car that matches these doors. I know some of the dimensions are a little bit different, but I think I can pull it off. A couple bolts and the door fit. If this door didn't fit, I think we're going back to a 4-door. I just assumed it would fit and we lucked out. Because there is no B-pillar here to support this to the roof, I have to build a very strong structure off of the floor pan so that this panel doesn't wobble around. I was checking out the quarter panels on this parts car, the 2-door. I thought I might take them, but really for me it's gonna be easier to put the door skins from the 4-door back in place. They already fit, it's gonna be easier to piece it back together and just splice in the door jamb. This is the same game as I did on the roof skin. I just marked on the outside of the B post here. I'm gonna cut that, fit it, probably take about 16 or 18 times to get it right. These two-door doors are the right move. I got the passenger side done, it looks bitchin'. I gotta get the other side done before the end of the day, show it to Bill. Getting the roof chopped, the doors on, and the rear quarters filled in, that's like a big goal.
He did a great job. He did it in one day. I'm thrilled.
That's the most satisfying part of it, is seeing that it's gonna work, but now the real tough part comes, just finishing everything. It's still a ton of work. The whole car is basically laid out. Yesterday I got the doors on. This morning and all day today are stuff you don't see. This is the non-glamorous part. It's all underneath, it's all bracing, inside, just a lot of grinding and welding all day. The main thing today is the inner structure and the sheet metal around the windows. That's pretty much gonna complete the outside of the body. Got this door off, I'm gonna fix this dent real quick and get it to John so he can sand it down and get it into primer. Yeah, I got this dent pretty much out of there. It's a little wrinkled up, but John can go in with a hammer and dolly and just dial it in. I'm gonna lay in this centerpiece now that I got these two side braces in. I'll lay this in, and then I'm gonna pop all the chrome off and the glass, take it out. Putting the sheet metal in around the trunk area. Getting this and the trim in place is really what sells the whole chop. I was working on the back window. Bill brings in this kid to help. All of a sudden I turn around and Bill's under the car with a torch.
A friend of mine's son heard Ian was working here, working on a project. He wanted him to get involved. I said, yeah, okay. Spencer's his name.
I have this much experience with cars.
We needed to remove the front bumper, and the bolts were rusty, been on there since 1955. Needed to be cut with a cutting torch. I asked him about a torch, if he had ever used one, and his comment was,
I mean, I have used a torch before, but I didn't do very well and I shot sparks into my shoes.
and I said, okay, that's enough for me. We got the torch out, coveralls, cut the bolts, bumper came off, life's good. Well, Ian would be much better at it than I am, but I can get it done.
The way the rear glass is sitting now, the chrome trip is dipping below the body. I gotta pull that off, figure out how to reattach it higher up so that it looks like it belongs. So ultimately the plan is, trim's gonna go just like that. That's what I did with the other car. So I'll build the body right up here, hide the glass, voila.
Yeah, I'd ask him a question about the way the glass lays in the back, and he was drawing it on the glass, and he said, there's my blueprint. Well, that's a pretty darn rough blueprint.
See my blueprints here? It's very technical. My time on the USS Enterprise, galaxy far away. I did some internship on that style blueprint drawing. The height of technical ingenuity. Perfect. All right, now as soon as I get this ½ pound of potting soil out from underneath the window, I could probably get back to work. There's still 2 big holes in the car, around the windshield and around the rear glass. I gotta sheet metal that in. It's pretty tricky because the glass doesn't fit there. I have to make it look like it does, so it's pretty challenging. So with the glass out of the way, I'm just gonna grind this seam down and follow this right through. I'm gonna end up clearancing it a little bit so the glass can set on and off, but the chrome trim will hide that gap. Right now, I'm just finishing up the last few sheet metal pieces around the rear window and the windshield. Fitting in this sheet metal is gonna make the whole thing fit right. It's just gonna look like it's factory. This is the least thrilling part of the whole job. It's always the loose ends, putting things back together that is just monotonous. But this is the part that really makes the car shine. Anybody can create a silhouette, but to have all the finished pieces in place, that's what makes a real custom. Finished up the bodywork, got it ready for paint, and we decided something mellow, yellow and white two-tone paint job. And that's when Bill decided he wants to keep it.
The car's turning out. I'm starting to fall in love with this stupid car. The idea was to move it. Well, I don't like to move it now.
I gotta finish this thing. It's looking good, and we're almost there. This is my custom bed sheet, window gasket, insulation, vibration dampener trick. Very specialized. This whole window is gonna be suspended in a big rubber goo, big silicone blob. The original window rubber won't fit, so I'm pretty much just hanging it on tape right now. Then I'm gonna set shims, little rubber shims in it, so that the glass is positioned. And I'm gonna glue all the way around both sides of it. That way the glass is never actually touching the metal. It's just suspended in a big silicone frame. The last bit of fitment is the stainless steel that goes around the glass. This car's roof line is modified drastically through the glass area. I'm having to make special clips to hold it in place, trim the molding down, and refit it. It's a different shape than it was from the factory, so it's taken some time. Somebody who knows what a chopped car should look like is gonna pay attention to all these window moldings. Having them fit right, it's a big deal. It's what's gonna sell the car. Using the original glass, the original window trim, and making it look like it's a factory thing, it just enhances my work. It makes it look stock. That's the tricky thing. Voila. All I gotta do right now is put in the radiator, fill it with fuel and with water. Yeah, it's pretty much ready to start as soon as it's got fluids in it. That's a little bit better. Let's feed the pig. Sometimes the old guys know what they're talking about. Bill had a hunch that this was a good running engine. Sure enough, man, it sounds tight. Really good. The whole problem was that vacuum leak. You can hear how it's like hands off, it idles. Totally good. Started right up. Just had to bleed the brakes and it's time to run it. This car drives good. I'm stoked. The steering's tight. The brakes work great. I like it just like it is. Bill was right. The thing runs great. Cruise is nice. Everything seems like it's legit. I just got to get the seats off to upholstery and this thing's wrapped. Sweet. So you did the little deluxe version too.
Yeah, well, this is like the.
That's cool. Yeah, let me grab.
these out of here.
I'll grab them outside and set them up. Get a look. Jack knows this car inside and out. He's been around it. He did the seats, the rear panel, the front kick panels, all the door panels, the little trim pieces, etc. He used the same material. It was his design. It looks great. Take us to the drive-in movie theater, Jeeves. Well, I'll tell you what, it's better than I expected. Thank you.
Thank you.
Every time, it's freaking great. That's why I keep coming back. Just gonna bolt these seats in, finish up the carpet, give it to Bill. Hey. Come on. You're not the center of attention. This is my show.
I thought the seats and the interior came out great, and it was a big, big improvement. He did a great job. I love the dark gray piping that he did.
Bill loves this car. He's ready to go to the drive-in movie theater. I think his wife is getting dolled up right now. Pretty classy, huh?
Very classy. Well, like always, the unit really looks nice. Nice job.
Thank you, sir. Glad you like it.
Nice job. You've carried this project clear to the end.
Yeah. The people who see this car finished on the street, they'll look at it, they'll dig it. But once you understand where it came from, that's the wow. That's the wow factor. This car was a mess.
You know, with Ian, every time I get him on board, none of these projects are simple. This was a huge, big undertaking. This thing was really rough, and he did a marvelous job on it. Just take a look at it. He really walked the last mile on it. He did the paint work, the body work. He did it all.
At the end of the day, 2 more projects down, 2 happy customers. That's just how I roll.